All right, some NBA talk here. Buddy Hield, guard for the Sacramento Kings, went off. When talking about his contract, let's speak on it. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And he was reportedly offered a 4-year deal, $90 million, which for me is a lot of money. And I think it's a lot of money for Buddy Hield, for a guy who really ain't produced. You know, you don't know if he's coming off the bench or not. And him and the Bojanovic guy over there share a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he reportedly wants a max contract, which will be 4 years, $110 million. You know, that's about a, $20 million difference. And he said, you know, basically that he got the leverage because what big name free agent ever came to Sacramento? Chris Webber, if he did forget, he did choose the Pistons. I mean, he chose Sacramento over the Pistons, and later in his career, when it was dwindling down, he went back home to the Detroit Pistons. The reason he went to Sacramento over the Pistons because his father didn't think it was a good idea to come back home to Detroit. So he chose Sacramento. So, you know, at the end of the day, Buddy Hield basically saying he got the power because don't nobody want to play in Sacramento. So they got to pay him to keep him. If not, somebody else would pay me. And he probably take less than the max to go play in, you know, LA, Boston, or somewhere else that he wants to be there. And he right. A lot of players, they got to run up the check on these organizations, these small market teams, because there's no incentive. There's no incentive to stay there because you stay there, you don't get national televised game, you don't get notoriety, you don't get the big, you know, the big endorsement deals playing in Sacramento. And the NBA, they need to do something about that. The NBA need to make it as cool as to play in LA as it is to play in Orlando, or it is to play in Miami, or it is to play in Indiana. But that's how the NBA want it. They want to sell false hope. They don't want the small or the mid-tier market teams to do good, you know. And at this point, it needs this downside. But, you know, he wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but he basically said they're going to have to pay me because ain't nobody else coming here. You know, ain't nobody. He said, I've been here 3 years. Ain't no big free agents coming to Sacramento. And that's the reality of it. Like, dude, y'all going to give me what I want if I'm going to be here. If not, I take that same $90 million deal y'all offer me and I go play in Boston, or I go play in New York. I go play in the city that I want to be in. But at the end of the day, he ain't no max player. And I just spoke on this earlier about Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal ain't no max player. Would you put Buddy Hield, Bradley Hield in the same breath as LeBron James, as the same breath as Giannis, in the same breath as James Harden, Westbrook? Like the NBA, they just playing max play. They just giving people money they don't even deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like a John Wall make the same amount of money as a LeBron James. The Bradley Beal make the same amount of money as James Harden. Like at the end of the day, I'm glad that these brothers getting their pay, but at some point in time, it's getting a little bit disrespectful. They don't have no type of pay scale in the NBA. You got dudes that never made an all-star team like Buddy Hield talking about max contract. D'Angelo Russell, love his game to death. He made one all-star team because Victor Oladipo had a season-ending injury. And he probably won't be back to next year. And he got a max contract. Like at the end of the day, like people get max off potential. What I gotta work hard for if I I ain't even that good to be a max player. I'm getting the same amount of money as LeBron. I'm feeling myself. But Buddy Hield, right? All these dudes around here getting max contract, but then again, his coach was stupid. The coach they had there was an absolute idiot. His rotations was terrible. He was just a bad coach. You know what I'm saying? I think Buddy Hield with Luke Walton, I think he might flourish this year, but he most definitely ain't a max player. I felt the $90 million was too much for him. Now, he can go off. He can get you buckets, but he's just keeping it real. Like, who else they going to get to replace me? You know, they offered the Bojanovic guy 4 years, $60-something million, and he said he going to wait and see. I'm like, damn, like, he ain't really did shit in the league. But the sad reality of it is that somebody will pay them that money, if not more. And if New York paid them that money, they gone. But the NBA need to do something about that. Each team should have equal chance to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? Not special referee calls. And the small and market teams and the mid-market teams need to have a more salary cap. They need to have more salary cap and a bigger chance to retain their free agents and get free agents, man. But we'll see what Vlade do. But I foresee Buddy Hield getting that contract. And then you look up, Buddy Hield ain't shit but what he is now. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nothing but a good guy that come off the bench that can heat up, give you a couple buckets, or He gets you 18, 19 points a game, and then you look up, it's a bad contract. Like Chris Paul, he didn't deserve no max deal from the Houston Rockets. He ain't that player no more he was 5, 6, 7 years ago. You know, I know the NFL looking at NBA players like, damn, we make more money than them, and everybody get max contracts. And that's what the NFL need to be about too. You know, the one only quarterback can make this much money. A left tackle only can make this much money. NBA don't matter what you is. You can make as much money. You gonna make it. Buddy Hield trying to make as much money damn near as LeBron is. You know what I'm saying? That's like Jordan Howard make as much money as Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Goodfellas Sports TV, make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, check out our NBA playlist. We're gonna do a live show this weekend. One time for the one time. We gone.